The private sector needs to lead the way on reducing carbon emissions because it needs to set an example to the rest of society. We all know that climate change is a huge challenge facing the world, and that was evidenced through COP26 last year. But also through the creativity and the entrepreneurship of the private sector, we have the ability to help the rest of society identify solutions to address climate change. Well, we have a number of initiatives. So we've been very, very public with a commitment that we're on a journey to zero emission fleet right across the UK by 2035. We made a huge start with that commitment here in Scotland, and we're on that journey, where next year in Glasgow we will be close to 30% zero emission fleet through the electrification of this site and 2 further sites, and we will have 200 vehicles which will be zero emission by then. So that's obviously a major factor, but there's other initiatives. We have solar panel in place at a number of the sites to providing the power for those sites. We're looking into battery storage opportunities, and for some time now we've had water harvesting in place for all our bus washes. So a number of initiatives being rolled out, and let's not forget, modal shift and encouraging people to leave their cars and travel by public transport is also a huge contributing factor. With a bus taking the equivalent of 75 single-user car drivers off the road, we have the opportunity to attract more people out their car and onto our buses, with them knowing that they're travelling on a zero-emission fleet. So there's some examples of how SMEs can work with First Group to drive the low-carbon agenda. The couple that stand out are, being at the forefront of the decarbonisation in transport. We have a huge site here in Glasgow with it's the biggest EV charging station in the UK now, with electrical infrastructure, giving fleet suppliers the opportunity to come in and power their fleet. And then in terms of SMEs who have members of staff who are commuting to work, we have group deals in place. So have a think about how your staff can travel to work more sustainably in future. Have a think how you can work with public transport operators to reduce your zero emissions in future.